A very good afternoon to everyone. This is Manisha Bhati, the CEO and co-founder of a training institute named Dream Hunt India. We are based in Pune. As you know, Dream Hunt India has started with an initiative called Real People, Real Struggle. The main purpose for us to really come up with this session was to make people aware, create certain kind of motivation, certain kind of hope and strength into the minds of the individuals. We completely understand each one of you, each one of us, we are going through some or the other battle. We are losing our loved ones, we are losing our friends, we are losing our colleagues, we are losing our family members, we are losing our teammates, we are losing people like crazy. There is no limit to this. And today, it gives me immense pride to be a part of this platform, me and my entire team. The sole purpose is always to create certain kind of hope and strength that you are not alone in this and we together are in this. How we can definitely come back to our normal life is a question. But right now, the only thing that we have right now in our hand is hope and strength. We can continuously work on that. We can continuously fight this battle that has come in front of us. As you know, we were into women upliftment programs, we were into corporate trainings, we were into a lot of parenting sessions as well. Today, I'm very proud to introduce you to one of the most beautiful soul on this planet, Mrs. Bindu Nair. This lady has actually crossed all her limits when it comes to living life with pride, confidence, and utmost peace. I won't say much about this lady because she herself is going to share with us what has she done in past, what does she do right now, and during these 14 months, what was that one incident that shook her life? But guess what? She didn't give up. We welcome you, Bindu Nair, onto our platform. Thank you so much, first of all, for literally taking out time from your busy schedule, a schedule which you have chosen for yourself, a schedule which is giving you such a beautiful life. So we are very grateful. Thank you so much for coming to our platform, first of all. Thousands of viewers, Bindu, who are going to listen to you today, I'm sure are going to be very proud of every decision that you have taken in spite of such a terrific battle that each one of us is going through. How are you doing, Bindu?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Hope you all are safe.
Yes, everybody is doing absolutely fine. And I can see people are joining us. Above all, people are so much enthusiastic to know about those real people and their real struggle. So yes, the first question, Bindu, that we would like to ask you is that, can you please brief us the shock that you had got out of nowhere from your in-laws or from your husband while you returned back to India from Dubai? Can you please brief us? What had exactly happened with you?
I'm educated and I've done my education in English literature. I've completed my I'm doing my junior research fellowship, and in between I've done my Montessori training. And inside the city, like I live in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, and I was a Montessori trainer, and I was given an opportunity by the Dubai government, MOE of Dubai government, to train the teachers of a school there in Montessori. And I was offered the tickets and everything. I used to be working, like I was never idle at home. I always worked. I always supported my family, my husband, everyone. I took care of everyone in my life, be it whoever it is, like be it a person who gives us milk or like a vegetable vendor. Whenever they come up to me seeking help for education or whatever for their kids, I was the first person to go out there and help them out. So this was there in me, and I went for this training session to Dubai on an invitation of 3 months. And unfortunately, when I reached there, only 1 month I was able to work, and it was COVID lockdown immediately, March. So when I came back, when I was reaching back, when I reached my house, when I reached my state, my city, I was taken aback to learn that everything is gone from me. My husband was getting married. I lost my house, my earning. My children were in the hostel, and I just had to walk out with nothing. An educated lady, a mentor, a counselor. I was everything to my students. There are thousands of students who know Bindu Ma'am very well. But this happened in Bindu Ma'am's life, and that time I was not able to take up things because you are standing on the roads with nothing in your hands. That was ridiculous. But I didn't lose hope. My children said, "You just come off, Mom. We are there for you." And I moved away from the house. My friends helped me to get a house for rent. I started my journey again. And being locked down and being like, with no money in your hands, my friends were supporting me, my cousins were supporting me. And during that time, I started painting. Like, I'm a mural painter. I started painting in the sarees and kurtis and all. And I used to sell it in the apartments. I used to sell it online. And I still realized, whatever it is, if you have something in you, if you have the talent of surviving, if you're confident with your education, what your parents have given to you, if you're confident that your teachers have taught you properly, if you're confident that you've learned something from your schools and colleges, if you've learned something from the books, then nothing can stop you from coming out of all these situations. And I have my 3 children, because children are your inspiration always. So my 3 are grown-up children, and my daughter is only 17 years old. She said, "Mom, this is nothing. You are the best, and this is nothing for you. You're absolutely strong. You do not know what you are, and I know who you are. So I'm there with you. If no one in the world is there with you, I'm there with you." And she said, "First, you put up a write-up in the Facebook and say what had happened in your life." And I did it, because I used to call my husband buddy. He was. And as we say, mobile phone is a boon and a bane both. So these people get connected to anyone, anywhere you do not know. And you always give them the privacy they need in their life. But in return, you don't get such privacies. In return, you only get, abuses. If you talk to someone, in return, you get only bad names or bad phrases on your name. Like, you're doing this and that, all that kind of stuff. And they call that as conservatism, but no, it is not conservatism. It is like abusing someone whom who are doing everything for you. So I lost trust in all that relationships and everything. And I realized, whatever I was living for all these years were fake. Only I was true, and the other part was fake. I just lost everything. I walked out. I started living my life. My children gave me the energy to come out of it. I started selling clothes. I started buying clothes from the wholesalers. I used to sell it to the retailers, and that used to fetch me money. Then I started taking online tuition, Montessori training online. And you will not believe, during this crisis time, 10 teachers got their certification from me from BSS. 10 teachers got graduated as a Montessori trainer from my institute. And I'm so glad to tell you that all the 10 are placed well in all the schools around here in the city.
Wow.
So this was my motivation level. And I started working, and now I'm a counselor with hospital. I counsel COVID care patients. And I also get clothes. There is a shortage of clothes to wrap this COVID care patients in the hospitals, because no one is allowed near the patient, and they only and the patients were initially wrapped only that polythene papers. So that is not our culture, that is not our tradition, because you have to treat them equally when they are leaving us, and they are like going away without their parents' support, or without anyone, without the family there, because hospital itself does all the cremation. They don't even give you the body if he or she is COVID infected. So I started going to the manufacturing unit, to the looms, and started getting that kind of Gada cloth, you say, and supplying to the hospitals for a meager rate. Although selfish part is like I get paid for that, but the happiest and peaceful part is like I'm sending someone with a cloth wrapped on them gracefully, as and how they do it in their families. So these are my livelihood now.
This has actually given us a kind of a goosebumps, Bindu. This is really, this actually requires guts to do. You won't believe the story that you have just now shared. Bindu, you're much stronger than this. Believe me, all the people who are listening to you right now, you're very strong. As your 17-year-old daughter, she has a 17 years experience with her mother, and she very proudly said, Bindu, that people don't know you. I know you. And that itself is a very big, confident moving part for you, that yes, my kids are with me. So you win in that. And we are strong. Come on, these tears that we get, these are the sign that we are really very strong, Bindu. As I told you the other day when I had a word with you over the telephone, I said, no, this lady deserves the biggest of the platforms out there where people should get inspired. As you said, there are thousands of students. I can understand, because I might not be having thousands of students, but there are few students who still remember me, who are still in contact with me. So that sense of pride, Bindu, that you have earned people, and that is what matters.
Everyone knows me. There are so many parents connected over the WhatsApp through WhatsApp, and they keep talking to me. They get my advices. Whenever their child go low, they make me speak to their child. There are so many things happening, and this was my, I used to be a very real proud teacher. I was happily binded with a lot of students and their parents. I have even, made a mentally retarded child rehabilitate and then write his 10th standard exam in one of the famous schools in Coimbatore.
That's
a child
really
who
great.
can't even. That prompted me to go in for Montessori sessions and learn Montessori and start an institute and then work for it. So being all this, being like, doing so many things for the family, for my in-laws, as like I don't have parents. I lost them at the very early stage. And being like, I was totally dependent on these people, and one day like they just throw you out, and then I mean, that was very ridiculous, which I never wanted to share. But then I realized, like, if I don't share, then I'll become a person who is just preaching and not practicing truth. That was the reason I wrote it out in the Facebook, and then people connected to me. They wanted to know more about me, and that is how, like, I started getting orders for clothes also, for my mural paintings also. So this was my beginning, and I'm still doing it. I still take my two-wheeler, I go get the clothes, supply to the hospitals. Certain hospitals I don't take the funds because I know there are people who can't pay. So I supply these clothes to them, and then I come back home peacefully. I feel happy that day because somewhere or somehow I've helped people.
You've helped, you've contributed towards the society, towards so many thousands of people, where people are losing their loved ones, Bindu. And these are definitely the best of the deeds that any individual during this time can do. And you have literally proven it. Every day you're proving it, Bindu. So proud of you, proud of you.
And yesterday, Manisha, like there's a patient in one of the famous hospitals here, and he's admitted for COVID. He's only 39 years old. He is looking for injection tocilizumab, and that is not available in the market. So through my contacts, I got the details of the patient. I met one of the political counselor here. I went to the extent of meeting the district collector. I met the health minister. I gave them a clear-cut report and a letter, and asked them to induce alternate drug to this patient to save him from this drastic disease, because he's survived by a wife and 2 young children. And there is no hope, like, if anything happens to him critically, his family will be left alas. So I was running around for that also yesterday. And today the minister has agreed to give me a letter to the hospital stating to give him the drugs without any fees.
Wow. This going out
And
of
the
the way, literally, Bindu, you've done this.
and I was running behind it. And today also I met now, like again after this session, I'm going to the hospital to meet his wife and children. Children is safe in a place. His wife is waiting there outside the hospital for him. There are so many people like him who cannot spend, the one vial of that drug cost MRP rate is 50,000 rupees. In the black market, they are asking for more than 2 lakhs. So a mediocre person cannot afford this drug. And the drug is in total shortage in all over India. And so many scams are going.
A lot.
So I took that responsibility on my shoulder, and I said, see, when I can speak, when I can write, when I can communicate, I can definitely help you. If not, I'm
Definitely.
not going to take a
True.
So this-
See, guys, to all
I'm
the
doing-
people, right. To all the people who are listening to Bindu today, the experiences on the spot right now, she has shared 2 to 3 experiences where she literally has gone out of the way and helped that lady and those kids out there. Because if there is no father in the house and that lady is actually so much depressed and so much pain, but guess what? A female Bindu who literally goes over there out of her way, reaches out to the ministers so much with so much of confidence, and she has given her part. To all the people who are listening, guys, please, jitna ho sake, let's give our best in some or the other way. Like there is no small thing, there is no big thing. Right now in COVID, there is no small help, there is no big help. A help is a help right now. It can be the smallest of the help that we name, like, this is something where I'm just trying to supply the grocery to my neighbors, to someone who is suffering from COVID, the family doesn't have food at their home right now. Any help that you can do, guys. See, this lady is a live example in front of us today who is really going out of the way, and we are so proud of her. This is really giving us goosebumps right now, Bindu, because it requires guts to reach out to the ministers out there, to reach out to so many hospitals over there. And guess what? There is a huge risk that you're traveling so much, but then too, of course, you're taking care of yourself, but on the other side, there is a certain kind of risk, Bindu. And God is definitely there with you, because this level of confidence, it takes a lot of time for people to inbuild in them. So we are really proud of you, Bindu. And coming to the next part. Yeah, hello, Bindu, can you hear me?
Yes, it is like it's dreadful day your life into risk, but you can through. Hello,
Hello, Bindu.
hello.
1 second, huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry, net